Good night, everybody. How are you today?
Good night.
Hi, it's good to see you.
Hello, Andy.
Hi, Alma. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Well, I have missed you. But I am happy to see you today. Okay, we have been working, we have been doing Unit 3, the first lessons, 1, 2, 3, 4. And today we will be talking about the weather. Okay, if you are not yet working on this lesson, it doesn't matter because you will find this material very helpful, very useful. And when you get to the lesson where you learn about the weather, you will already have some previous knowledge, okay? And it will be like a review for you, okay? So let us start. Today in class, we have Angie, Alma, and Judith, okay? So tell me, girls, what's the weather like today? Judith, what's the weather like today in Mexico City? Are you in Mexico City?
Yes, I'm in Mexico City.
Good. And what's the weather like?
It's raining.
It's rainy. Okay. Well, here in Puebla, it isn't. Here in Puebla, it is partly cloudy. Okay. So these are the different types of weather. The weather can be sunny, cloudy, stormy, snowy, rainy, and windy. Tell me, Angie, is it ever snowy in Mexico City?
Mm, no, I don't think so.
No,
It's
okay. Unless
only
you
in
are
the
in
end
the
of
Ajusco, right?
November,
Only
January.
okay, in January in the Ajusco, right?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Okay. Tell me, Alma, is the weather cloudy sometimes in Mexico City?
Oh, um, the cloudy Mexico City. No. Yes.
Never? Yes, okay. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah, very good. Sometimes the weather is cloudy in Mexico City, okay? Um, good. So, are there any questions about the vocabulary to tell the weather? Sunny, cloudy, stormy, snowy, rainy, windy. Are there any questions?
No.
Everything okay?
Nothing.
It is easy, okay? All right, let's continue. Let us ask and answer questions, okay? A ver, yo empiezo. Angie, what's the weather like in Mexico City?
Mm, Generally is sunny. At
Excellent.
night, is snowy. No. Sometimes it's raining or stormy.
Excellent. Very good. Check the chat. you would say generally it is sunny. Okay, generally it's sunny. At night, it is sometimes stormy. Okay, I'm sorry. I make a lot of mistakes when I am trying to write and speak at the same time. It is sometimes stormy. Very good. This is what Angie said, okay? Generally, it's sunny. At night, it is sometimes stormy. Okay, Angie, could you ask who did the next question, please?
Um, Judith, what's the weather like in Merida?
Generally, it's sunny.
Okay. And what about the temperature?
¿Cómo se puede decir húmedo? Wet.
Yeah, you could say wet or you could say humid.
Humid?
Yes,
Okay.
you could say it's very humid. And you could say it's moist. Mr. Dan is there writing the word. Or you could, and of course, in Merida, it is very warm. Okay. In fact, it is not warm, it is hot. Okay. Very hot. I remember Mr. Dan and I, a long time ago, went to Merida for a workshop. And oh my God, we were dying. Remember, Mr. Dan?
What is moist?
Moist is the same as humid. Húmedo.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, very good. All right, Judith, could you ask the next question, please, to Alma?
What's the weather like in Sonora?
Thank you.
Generally, it is sunny.
Very good. What else can you tell us about Querétaro? Mérida is moist. How about Querétaro? Sonora, sorry. ¿Es húmedo allá? Is it moist in Sonora?
Dry?
Excellent. Dry. It's very dry. Okay. It's a desert. So it's dry. Very good. Alma, could you ask the next question to Angie, please? Alma?
Okay. What's the weather like in Querétaro, Angie?
Is similar. The Mexico City is sunny, and sometimes is weather is cloudy.
Very good. It's similar to Mexico City. Sometimes sunny, sometimes cloudy. But also, the weather in Querétaro is very extreme, right? Like sometimes it is so hot, but when it is cold, it is very cold, isn't it? I think Querétaro is like that. I have been to Querétaro, and when during the warm season, it is very hot, but during the cold season, it can get really cold. Okay, ladies, let's look at some other places. Here we have San Francisco, Alaska, and the Amazonas. Okay, so Angie, could you ask Judith about the weather in San Francisco, please?
Yes. What's the weather like in San Francisco?
I don't have an idea. I
Okay,
suppose it's cold.
it is. It is cold, but you know what? San Francisco is very windy. Very, very windy. Okay? And it is also rainy. If you go to San Francisco, be sure to wear a raincoat, okay? Because it is rainy. It is a wonderful place. Okay, um, Judith, could you ask Alma about the weather in Alaska?
What's the weather like in Alaska?
It is cold,
Yeah, very,
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 very cold.
extremely cold. Excellent, Alma. Um, Alma, could you ask Angie, please, about the weather in the Amazonas?
Okay. What the weather like in Amazonas?
Mm, I think it is very hot and it's moist.
Very good. It is very hot and moist. Okay, it is a rainforest. Excellent. Hello, Martha. How are you?
Hello, Andy. Hello, everybody. I'm fine. And you?
I'm good. Thank you. It's good to see you. We are talking about the weather. Okay, we are saying that San Francisco is windy and Alaska is extremely cold, and the Amazonas is very hot and moist. Okay, so far, that is what we have been doing. So we're going to continue with the weather, okay? Are you familiar with this, ladies? What are these?
Las estaciones del año.
Excellent. They are the four seasons of the year, okay? The seasons are spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Judith, do we have the four seasons of the year in Mexico City?
Yes, we have.
Yes, we do. Okay. And tell us, Judith, what's the weather like in spring in Mexico City?
It's sunny and very hot.
Okay. Very hot, like Sonora hot or warm?
Mm, no, like Sonora.
Sometimes, right? Sometimes it gets very hot. Like you can fry an egg on the sidewalk, okay? Very good. Um, Alma, what about the summer? What's the weather like during the summer in Mexico City?
Okay. It is sunny. Um, and um, sometimes rainy.
Sometimes it rains, very good.
Um,
It is sunny and sometimes it rains. Anything else? What about the temperature?
it's very hot.
Very hot. Okay, excellent. Martha, what is the weather like during autumn in Mexico City? Oh, here is a mistake. Autumn is misspelled. An N is missing. Okay? Let me write it down properly in our chat, okay? Martha, what is the weather like in autumn in Mexico City?
Um, it's in Mexico City is the is more or less cold and uh, uh, um,
It is cold.
it's cold and
And what color are the trees?
uh, the color is brown and yellow.
Excellent. Very
Yes.
good.
Okay.
Excellent. Very, very good. And finally, Angie, what's the weather like during the winter in Mexico City?
It's very windy. Mm, but it is very good.
Okay, I think your microphone went a little bit crazy, Angie, but it's okay.
I'm sorry.
Ahí está. Okay, could you repeat what you said, please?
Okay, the in the winter the weather is very cold, sometimes snowy or windy.
Okay, and that's about it, okay? Look, I think, um, well, let's say hi to Patty first. Hi, Patty, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, good to see you. We are talking about the weather, and we are talking about the four seasons: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. And everyone is saying that we do have the four seasons of the year in Mexico City. But you know what? Sometimes the weather is uniform and very similar during the different months of the year here in Mexico. Like you have you have very similar weather, and the landscape looks almost the same all the time. For example, if you go, my brother lives in Washington, D.C., and if you go to Washington, you can see lots of differences um, in the different seasons of the year. For example, during spring, you can see the cherry blossoms. Do you know cherry blossoms?
No,
Okay, the cherry blossoms, I am going to show you a picture in a minute. La flor de cerezo, those pink trees, they are beautiful, and you can see them during the spring. Then in the summer, it is really warm, really hot. Um, you have to wear shorts and short sleeves. For example, here in Mexico City, if it is the spring, at night you can wear a sweater sometimes. You cannot in some places where the four seasons are very distinct, okay? And then in the autumn, everything looks brown and yellow and beautiful, and all the landscape looks orange, sort of. And then in the winter, it's all white. It snows a lot. And sort of here in Mexico, every season looks almost the same, right? Almost. Of course, during the winter, it is colder, and of course, during the summer, it is warmer. But I think that in Mexico, the seasons are sort of uniform, like they look the same. Okay, what do you think? Look at this. Patty, what's the winter like in Canada?
Um, what is is the winter like? I, ah, ¿Se refiere como al mes o algo así?
The winter.
The winter. No, I don't remember winter. ¿Es invierno?
You don't remember. Don't worry. Let us go back so that you can look at the winter again.
A ver.
This is the winter.
Ah, sí, el invierno. Ajá.
Yes. So what is the winter like in Canada? This is Canada, by the way, okay?
Sí, ay, what is- ay, no sé, es que se me cuesta trabajo, como que trato de traducir cuál es el invierno que te gusta en Canadá. Oh, no.
No. Um, don't try to translate. We were asking, what is the weather like in Mexico City? Is it cold? Is it warm? Is it windy? So, what is the winter like in Canada?
The winter is cold.
Excellent, excellent. Miren, es importante que no traten de traducir. Cuando ustedes ven la palabra like, inmediatamente piensas lo que te gusta, lo que no te gusta. But what is the meaning of this question? What's the winter like in Canada? ¿Qué significa la pregunta?
¿Cómo es el invierno?
Canadá.
¿Cómo es? Exactly. ¿Cómo es el invierno en Canadá? Okay, so what's the winter like in Canada? Patty ya nos dijo, it's very cold. Alma, what else can you tell us about the winter in Canada?
It is windy.
It is windy. Okay, very good. What else can you tell us, Judith?
Snowy?
Excellent. It is snowy. Very good. Martha.
It is quiet and beautiful.
Excellent.
The place, beautiful place.
Excellent. It is white and beautiful. Very good. So, have you heard that song, I'm
It's,
Dreaming of a White
it's
Christmas?
in Narnia.
It looks like Narnia. Okay, very good. These people do have white Christmases, okay? Because everything is snowy and beautiful. Excellent. Okay, let us continue. Let me tell you a little bit about the autumn in London, okay? Angie, could you read the slide for us, please?
What's the autumn like in London? Autumn in London is usually chilly and damp, with rain and drizzle.
Excellent, very good. Autumn in London is usually chilly and damp, with rain and drizzle. Are there any words that you do not understand? Any questions?
No, no questions.
No questions? Okay. So everybody knows chili?
Frío.
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 Very good. What is the difference between chilly and cold?
Cold is very extremely.
Excellent, very good.
Chile
Cold
es
is
mucho frío.
stronger. Very good. Do we know damp?
Húmedo.
Húmedo.
Húmedo. Excellent. And do we know drizzle?
Dre-
Cuando llueve o algo así.
Lluvioso.
Very good. Es una llovizna. All right, es como el chipi chipi. That would be the drizzle, okay? Now let's look at the weather in Scandinavia, okay? This place very far north, okay? The home of the Vikings. Have you seen that series, Vikings? ¿Ya la vieron? La serie en Netflix.
No.
Oh my God, you haven't? ¿Quién sí ya la vio? Nobody?
No,
Nobody has seen Vikings, right? You know what? You should see it because it is based on a real history, okay, and it is so interesting. But anyway, let us read about the weather in Scandinavia. Okay, could you read the slide for us, please?
In Scandinavia, the chilly days of autumn soon change to the cold days of winter. The first frost arrive and the roads become icy.
Excellent, very good. Are there any questions on the vocabulary here? Do we understand frosts? Alma, what is
Dorado,
frost? Excuse me?
como cobrizo.
No, the frost.
because it is escarcha.
Yeah, frost son las primeras heladas. All right? Frost would be helada. The first frosts arrive, las primeras heladas llegan y las carreteras se hacen hielosas. We wouldn't say that in Spanish. Pero bueno, las carreteras tienen mucho hielo. All right? Let's continue reading. Okay. Martha, could you read the slide for us, please?
Cold weather, rain becomes sleet and then snow, at first turning to slugs in the streets, but some settling with severe blizzard and snow drifts in the far north. Freezing weather often continues in the far north until May, on even June, when the ground starts to thaw and the ice melts again.
Excellent, very good. Lots of new vocabulary, and also I made a mistake here. So let me just correct it, okay? Here it says, hold on. Here it says, rain becomes sleet and then snow, at first turning to slush in the streets, but soon, I missed a no. I'm sorry. But soon settling, with severe blizzards and snowdrifts in the far north. Freezing weather often continues in the far north until May or even June, when the ground starts to thaw and the ice melts again. Okay, so I am very sorry about the mistake. Now, we have new vocabulary here. Who can tell me the new words that we have?
Dice que la lluvia se convierte en nieve o como el aguanieve se convierte en nieve.
Excellent, aguanieve, very good.
Y después, no, primero cambia como que se esparce en las calles o algo así.
Yeah, can you identify the word slush?
¿Cómo?
La palabra slush.
Ah. No sé qué sea slush.
It is
Mango.
yeah, como lodo, como nieve, como el aguanieve mezclada con tierra. All right? Very good. ¿Qué más? What other new words can you see there?
Settling,
Mhm.
blizzard,
Very good.
drift.
Very good. Okay. ¿Qué será? Dice, first turning to slush in the streets, but soon settling. O sea, como que pronto se acomoda, como que se asienta. All right? To settle sería como asentarse. All right? Como que el lodo se asienta. Then blizzards. Blizzards are very strong winds. Very, very strong winds. The proper translation would be ventiscas. Okay? Then we have snow drifts. Okay, it is sort of the same. The proper translation would be ventisqueros. In English, they have lots of words to describe the weather because there's so many different kinds of weather. Like here in Mexico, we have hace frío, hace calor. All right? Está fresco, hace un poquito de viento, things like this. But in English, there are so many words. They have um, cold, freezing, chilly. Um, for the different states of the water, they have rain, drizzle, sleet, snow, blizzard, so many different things. Okay. Um, so do we understand the rest of the vocabulary? How about the word thaw? Dice, in the far north until May or even June, when the ground starts to thaw and the ice melts again. What would be the meaning of that?
Que cuando el hielo empieza a derretirse.
Excellent. The exact translation, the literal translation would be descongelar. Okay, very good. Okay, let's continue looking at the weather. And we are going to learn about the weather in England. Okay, Alma, could you help us reading the slide, please?
Okay. The weather in England. The English are the English say other countries have a climate. In England,
Climate.
climate. In England, we have weather. It happens because the weather change more often than in other countries. British winters are mild and springs are cold because of the winds that blow from an Atlantic ocean. They blow 2 days out of every three.
Excellent, very good. So the English say that other countries have a climate, but that they have weather because the weather changes more often than in other countries. Um, what would be the meaning of the winters are mild? What would be the meaning of this? The winters are mild. Ay, sorry. ¿Qué será eso? Nobody?
¿Como leche o algo así? ¿O blanco? No sé.
No, not exactly.
Un,
The winters, yes.
un invierno no tan fuerte, algo así.
Excellent. Como no tan duro, no tan frío. All right? And it is true. The winters are not that bad. You know what? Sometimes the winter in Puebla feels like the winter in England. Seriously, not that cold, but sometimes they can get like to 10 degrees Celsius, which is not that much, seriously. In Canada, sometimes they are minus 30 degrees, which is crazy. In England, it hardly snows during the winter. Sí, sí cae nieve, pero no, no mucho y no siempre. So the winters are mild and springs are cool. Eso sí, o sea, es primavera y it is always cloudy. It is so cloudy, you never see the sun. Okay? But you know what is funny? Girls go to school without socks. O sea, hace tantito calor y la gente ya se está quitando los calcetines. For us, it would be cold, but for them, it is spring. So people get used to the weather, okay? And they have these cool springs because of the winds that blow from the Atlantic Ocean, okay? Now, Angie, could you help us with the next slide, please?
Yes. In spring, sunshine and showers follow each other so often during the day that an umbrella or raincoat is absolutely necessary in England. The weather changes so frequently that it is difficult to forecast. It is not unusual for people to complain that the weathermen were wrong.
Excellent, very good. Okay, so Angie, do you understand the meaning of the word showers? Angie,
Not exactly. Mm,
perdón.
I don't know what it mean in showers.
Okay, let us see if we can guess from the context. Dice, in
¿Como un
spring,
poco de sol?
a ver, dice, in spring, sunshine and showers follow each other so often that an umbrella or a raincoat is necessary. When do we use an umbrella?
Paraguas.
Very good. When do we use an umbrella?
When it's raining,
When it is raining. So, sunshine and showers. ¿Qué será showers?
¿Como la lluvia?
Lluvia.
Excellent. Son las lluvias, okay? Shower is a familiar word, isn't it? Every morning we take a shower, ¿sí o no?
Ajá.
Showers is another word for describing the rain, okay? Es otra palabra para hablar de la lluvia. Dice que en la primavera el sunshine, how do you say sunshine? Bueno, en la primavera cuando está brillando el sol y las lluvias se siguen una a otra durante el día que ya no sabes qué onda. So, you must wear an umbrella or a raincoat. And this is true. I remember in England, all the old ladies, las señoras grandes siempre andaban en la calle with very heavy jackets or raincoats, con sus chamarras, wearing a skirt, o sea, su falda, but they would wear Wellington boots. You know these plastic boots, las botas de plástico, siempre se vestían así, con sus botas, su falda, sus botas de plástico, y siempre se ponían una pañoleta en la cabeza. Siempre, siempre traían una pañoleta en la cabeza. To me, they looked funny. O sea, era como, se veían chistosas. Then I learned why. The weather is so windy que si no te pones algo en la cabeza, te despeinas todo. Y siempre tienes tu pelo todo despeinado. And also, if you don't wear boots, they call them wellies. If you don't wear boots, tus pies van a estar mojados siempre because it is raining all the time and there are lots of puddles on the roads. hay muchos charcos, all right? So it is important to wear the appropriate clothes, okay? But the weather is difficult to forecast. Do we understand the word forecast? ¿Qué sería, Judith, forecast?
Forecast.
Mhm.
Como el pronóstico del tiempo, ¿no?
Excellent, yes. The weather is difficult to forecast. Es el pronóstico del tiempo, exactamente. Pero como es tan cambiante, es muy difícil de predecir. All right, very good. Excellent. Judith, could you help us with the next, please?
The weather in spring is generally mild, but sometimes the days are really fresh. Spring is the season when nature awakens from its long winter sleep. The temperature grows, the sky becomes blue, and the sun grows warmer. Everything is full of new life again. The days grow longer and warmer. The ground gets covered with green grass.
Excellent, very well. Okay. I'm sorry. So, the weather in spring is mild, uh, but not yet time to forget about your sweater. Okay, you begin to see the flowers, and the temperature increases, but it is still cold. Eso que dice ahí, the sky becomes blue, that is a lie, no es verdad. It is still cloudy and gray, um, but it is true that it is a little warmer. Okay, and everything is green and it looks beautiful. Um, Also, the days grow longer. There is light even when it is very late. Okay. So, are there any questions about the spring in England? No questions. Ok. Fíjense, esta lectura la escogí porque el clima es un tema, es un tema en ese país, ¿eh? O sea, de hecho es famoso porque todas las conversaciones empiezan hablando de eso. It is polite to talk about the weather, okay? Let us read the next slide, please, Patty.
Summer is the hottest season in England. The sun rays become hot, the days are long, and the nights are short and warm. It's time for holidays, when people go to the seaside for sunbathing and swimming. It usually gets hot in July. The summer nights are short, but they are wonderful.
Excellent, very good. Thank you, Patty. So, tell me, Alma, what is the summer like in England?
The summer rise, rayos del sol.
Mm-hmm. But
Dice que,
what is the summer? What is the summer like in England?
okay. Summer is the hottest season in England. Es más caluroso, más caliente en Inglaterra.
Excellent, very good.
Okay.
Very good. That's it. Okay. Angie, tell me, what are the days like and what are the nights like?
The days are long, but the nights are short and warm.
Excellent. That is true. And that is true. In fact, when I was there, one day it never got dark. Never. O sea, hubo una semana en el que por un día o dos no se oscureció nunca. All day long we had light. So the nights do become very, very short. Okay, now, Judith, tell me, What do people do for the holidays? What do they do?
In England,
Yeah.
mm, they go to the seaside for sunbathing and swimming.
Yeah.
Mm.
Excellent. Very good. Very, very good. And tell me, Martha, what is July like? What is the weather like in July?
Is of the weather like is the more intensive and this is more intensive and are is wonderful. It's
It
more
is wonderful. Yeah.
intense. Or I I like the rainy weather. Este wonderful me.
It is wonderful, but it is hot. Very, very, very hot. Okay? Like you said, intense.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Is the
Excellent. Thank you. Okay. And the last, who's missing? Uh, Patty? Patty, you haven't read, right? Falta de leer
Yes.
Patty, ¿verdad?
Ajá.
¿Quién
Yes.
falta de leer?
Por segunda vez me faltaba porque la vez no anterior no pasé.
Okay, I'm sorry. A ver, lista. Go ahead.
As for autumn, it isn't so nice. It's a season of wines and beautiful sunsets. The leaves turn yellow and reddish and fall to the ground and the birds migrate to warm countries. In autumn, the days become shorter. A spell of sunny weather in September is called a Indian summer or golden autumn. In England, September and October are warm and dry, but November is the foggiest month.
Foggiest. Yeah.
Foggiest, foggiest month. Late autumn is generally an unpleasant season. Everything begins to take a different color. The trees look bare. The sky is full with low clouds. Everything looks gloomy.
Gloomy. Very
Gloomy.
good. Excellent. Very, very good. Okay, so well, autumn, like it says here, it isn't so nice. Okay, it is windy, and the sunsets are beautiful, and the landscape is beautiful. Um, but it is cold. Okay, it is chilly. Um, Here it says that it is generally unpleasant, and it is also very foggy. Do you understand foggy?
Como la luna.
Neblina, very good. Está muy neblinoso. If you go to Real del Monte in Pachuca, have you been there? ¿Han estado allí en Real del Monte?
Yes, it's very
Yes.
cold.
It is. Es hermoso Real del Monte. Real del Monte's weather is very similar to the weather in England. So similar. Se parece muchísimo, ¿eh? Está húmedo, está frío, hay neblina.
It's very
Imagínense,
romantic.
yeah. Imagínense, es igualito. This is why the English settled in Real del Monte many years ago, the Cornish people, because, of course, because of the mines, but also they were happy because the weather was the same as in their country. Um, did you know? Did you know that the English came to settle in Pachuca? Did you know this? ¿Sí, sí sabían eso?
No.
Sí, los ingleses se vinieron a Pachuca, incluso in Real del Monte, if you go there is a cemetery, the English cemetery. Ahí está el panteón inglés. And have you ever tried pastes? ¿Sí probaron
Yes,
los pastes?
very delicious.
Yes,
Yes,
I
very
Well,
delicious.
I
they are
like.
delicious. Pastes come from England. They are a very traditional Cornish thing. Ahí en Inglaterra se llaman pasties. Y entonces se los trajeron a México y aquí les pusimos pastes. Pero vienen de allá, all right? So we do have some English thing here
Wow.
in our country, okay?
God.
Yeah, you have to go to Real del Monte and you have to eat pastes and go to the English cemetery and enjoy the weather. And you will see some of the English heritage there. Okay, let's find out about the English winter, okay? Here it says, in England, they can hardly forecast their weather in winter. Sometimes it rains and sometimes it snows. They will never know what the weather is going to be like. Children in England rarely go skating because the rivers never freeze there. Winter in England is much colder than winter here in our country, Mexico. But this reading was from a country called Bahrain. Okay, so it says here it never snows here in Bahrain. Okay, so this is it for the weather, ladies. This slide at the end of the presentation explains some of the vocabulary in the in the text about Scandinavia. Okay, um, this is just the meaning of the words in English. Okay, um, and that's it for the weather today. We have talked about the weather. We have practiced different vocabulary words. We have described the way. You can see me, right? Déjenme peino ya. We can describe the weather in different parts, in different countries, in different parts of our own country, and let us see what the following days bring us. Okay, it has been very rainy. Um, it has been a little chilly here in Puebla. We are getting ready for, well, we are in the middle of the autumn. We are getting ready for the light savings change in time next, no, not next Sunday. ¿Cuándo es el cambio de horario? It is the last Sunday of October, okay? So we will be able to sleep longer, all right? Okay, are there any questions up to here?
¿Cómo se diría granizada?
Oh, that would be, wait a minute, I don't remember. That would, hail, it is hail, okay? Let me write it down for you.
Thank you,
There it
Andy.
is. You're welcome. You're well. Yeah, we have a lot of that here in our country, right? We don't get snow, but we do get hail. Okay, anything else? Okay, then tell me, ladies, Alma, what kind of weather do you prefer?
I prefer weather sunny.
Okay, I prefer sunny weather.
Sunny weather.
Very good. Could you ask Patty, please, the same question?
I prefer cold weather. I don't
Okay,
like
you prefer cold weather? Okay,
weather. I don't like hot weather.
very good. Me neither. Okay, Patty, Could you ask Angie the same question?
Angie, what do you like? Weather?
What kind of weather
What kind of weather
do you prefer?
you prefer?
Um, I prefer the sunny days.
Okay, you prefer sunny days. Good. But sunny days in Mexico City, okay? Not sunny days in Coatzacoalcos, all right?
Okay.
Yeah, Coatzacoalcos is really bad. Okay, Angie, could you ask the same question to Martha, please?
Yes. Marta, what kind of weather do you prefer?
I prefer winter and autumn
Autumn and winter. Okay.
and winter. Yes.
So you are like Patty, okay? You prefer cool weather. Okay, Martha, could you ask who did the same question?
Who did what prefer the weather? What weather prefer? In
Very good.
Spanish.
What kind of weather?
What kind of weather who did?
Very good. What kind of weather do you prefer? Good.
I prefer cold days.
Cool days. Very good. Excellent. Have you guys been to Pátzcuaro in Michoacán?
Yes, a beautiful weather.
Yeah, it is a beautiful place and beautiful weather. Everything is so green. I think Judith, Marta, and Patty, you would like Michoacán because it is the kind of cool weather that you like. Okay, ladies, so that's it for the weather. Um, Only one last question before we say goodbye. What lesson are you exactly working on right now? Cada quien, me imagino que va a su paso. Es importante que tratemos de ir todas juntas, pero porfa, escríbanme, thank you very much, Judy. Escríbanme ahí en el chat exactamente en cuál van, all right? And when we finish writing exactly what unit and lesson, we will say goodbye, okay? Because I don't want to go faster, okay? I want to wait for you, and then we are all doing the same, and we are on the same um, track all together, okay? So thank you, Judith. Thank you, Angie. Please, Alma, Martha, Patty, please write down exactly what lesson you're doing, okay? Okay, thank you, Martha and Patty. Thank you, Angie, very good. Okay, girls, so if there are no more questions, let us say goodbye, and I will see you on Wednesday, okay?
Okay, Andy.
All right, take care then.
Thank you very much. Good
Thank
night.
you,
Good
everyone.
night.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. Bye bye.
Bye-bye, good night.
Bye bye. I see you soon.
Bye.
See you soon, bye.
Bye.